I am Margie Remmers-Davis, and welcome to this week's QBO Gym Locker Room live stream. I am so excited to be here with you today, as always. For those of you who are brand new and just joining us, this is a live stream that we do every week for our private Facebook group, QBO Gym Locker Room. And then we will post the recording of it on YouTube. So if you would like hands-on practice, that's all we do. If you would like more hands-on practice with using QBO, if you'd like to join us live, if you would like to be a part of the live stream, if you would like to vote on the exercises and recommend the exercises that I create for you guys to actually practice and do, then make sure you click the link below and join our locker room. So this week has been crazy. It's been crazy. We are so close to finishing our Fast and Easy QBO payroll certification course. It's going to be released later today, and I have been buried with trying to get that finished and wrapped up. So I did not get as many exercises done this week for you guys as I had hoped, and I made a big mistake. So when I saw the results of the survey, I said, okay, I'm going to go and create that exercise for the ones you guys voted on, and I accidentally picked the wrong one. So I went in, I created the wrong ProAdvisor challenge. I thought it was kind of strange when I went back and looked at the list. So anyway, so huge apologies for that, but we are going to just go through the exercise that I created. And then next week is going to be all about advanced. So we can revisit that. I will create the one that you guys asked for, and we'll get that squared away. So let's hop over to share my screen so that you guys can see what we are doing today. All right, so today we are, let me just select this. This week we have been focusing on, or I asked people to vote on what exercises from the ProAdvisor challenges that they would like me to work on. So if you don't know already, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So here is our Fast and Easy exercise. I'm going to go to this page down here and it'll tell me this exercise comes from a ProAdvisor challenge found in your ProAdvisor training, and it tells you how to get there. So QuickBooks Online, Sales and Customers, Advanced Skills, and then number 12. So I'm going to go just to show you real quick. If you are not familiar with how to find these ProAdvisor challenges, then you go into your ProAdvisor account, you select here ProAdvisor, and then training. I think my screen seems a little small. Let me make that a little bigger so you guys can see better. How's that? Okay. So select ProAdvisor and then training. And then they have a new training portal in here if you guys haven't checked it out already. All of the training is now under this section called Training Library. And so our path was QuickBooks Online. And then it was, what did I say? I forgot already. Sales and Customers, Advanced Skills, number 12. So let's do that again. Here we are, Sales and Customers. And then we're going to go to Advanced Skills. And then number 12, right here, I had adjusting for donated inventory. So what I accidentally, so the number one vote for the week was this one, just adjusting inventory. And what I accidentally did was adjusting for donated inventory. So this is the one we're doing today. Sorry for those of you guys who are hopping on late. I created the wrong ProAdvisor challenge, but we're going to soldier through and we're going to do the one that I created. And then next week we'll do the other one. All right. So, so inside your ProAdvisor training, when you go into the training and you scroll, you can see under topics, here's a ProAdvisor challenge. You can't immediately go to it though. You have to scroll all the way through. You have to go through all of the training. And if there is a knowledge check, you actually have to get the knowledge check right before you can move on to the next one. So let's see. This one, let me see. Oops. I'm not even reading it, guys. I'm just looking. Okay. So if you go to, whoops, what happened to my ProAdvisor challenge? Oh, here it is. This was before the knowledge check in this one. Oh my gosh. Intuit is always keeping us on our toes, guys. All right. So here is ProAdvisor challenge, and they are always structured in this way. So they kind of give you what this is. They tell you how to get to the sample company. And then they have a task, which in our exercises we call a scenario. In theirs, they call it a task. So the task is your client Craig donated a fountain and a pump and asked you to help record this online. And then here's some additional information that you need to know. Then they quiz you. They tell you like how to check to see if you did it right. And then, so those are all those things. And then if you didn't, they tell you, okay, well, then here's how to do it. They tell you where to click. There's no pictures or anything, no explanations of anything. And then they have a little having trouble section here, which is places where you might have made a mistake. So what I decided to do, because I don't really like this format, I hope it's okay for me to say that I'm not a huge fan of the way Intuit does things a lot of the time. So I decided that I would take the ProAdvisor challenges that are in the training and reformat them into our signature, fast and easy to follow exercises. And so that's what we're going to do. So let's take a look. Hide Brave. All right. So we're back on our exercise. And so here's how I reformatted it, and we are going to walk through it together. So our scenario, again, your client Craig donated one fountain and one pump for a fundraiser event for Amy's Bird Sanctuary. How would you record this in QuickBooks Online? So let's see what we need to do. All right, first thing we're going to do is we are going to set up a clearing account. Now, you don't have to do this, but this particular task is we're going to create a $0 sales receipt. And if you put it in a real live bank account, then that bank account is just going to have this random $0 transaction, which won't show up at all on the bank feed. And so when you do your reconciliation, you have to remember to reconcile it. It's just kind of a pain. And it's especially confusing for business owners that, that might see that and go, what the heck is this? So when we have a clearing account, it's just kind of like a fake account that's out there that we just use for some of these transactions. So I should preface this by saying that our live stream today is focused on advanced level exercises. So if you were just starting out, I recommend that you hang out with us and kind of stretch and learn things, but also recognize that this is an advanced level topic. And so if you don't know what we're talking about just yet, it's fine. You'll get it. Just take one step at a time. Okay. All right. So the first thing we have to do is create that clearing account. Let me go back to here. So we're just simply going to go through our regular steps in the chart of accounts, create a new account. It's going to be a bank account. We're going to say it's a checking account. It's not really a checking account. It's a clearing account. But here we go. So how should we go? There's so many ways to get to the chart of accounts. So chart of accounts. New. We're going to say it's a bank account. We're going to say it's a checking account. We're going to give it the name clearing. And then we're going to save that. So now we have our clearing account. Okay, and so that was, we did 5 steps already. All right, so now steps 6 through 8. Now what we need to do is we need to create a sales receipt. Now the purpose of the sales receipt is to remove the item from inventory. Okay, so this is in this situation, we are donating, we're donating an item, and we have to keep track of, we have to do 3 things. Our steps have to take care of 3 things. 1, they have to remove the item from inventory. If it's an inventory product, that's what we're talking about here. We have to record the value of the transaction, or the value of the donation as a charitable donation. And then we also have to mark who that charitable donation was for. So these steps that I'm about to go through, make sure that we do all of those 3 things. So to remove that item from inventory, what we're going to do is this sales receipt, and it's going to be $0 sales receipt. So our customer is Amy's Bird Sanctuary. We're going to say 1 rock fountain, 1 pump, but change the price to 0. And then we're going to hit the black save button. This is really important. We don't want to save and close. We're going to hit the black save button. So let's go back here. We're going to create a new sales receipt. And our good friend Amy. And then right here, we're going to say rock fountain, but it's going to be 0. Oh, my big head's in the way. All right, how about there? There we go. And then for pump, okay, and then again, we're going to say it is $0. Okay, so this is our $0 sales receipt. And then I'm going to click save. And then the reason that I clicked save, the reason I want to stay on here and not save and close, is because now I have to go and look at the transaction journal to see what the value is of those items, of the value of that rock fountain and the fountain pump. Let's go back to our exercise and read more about that. Okay. So again, reminder for those of you hopping on, this is an advanced live stream. This is an advanced exercise that we're going through. So all of this stuff is covered in the advanced course or in the advanced training in your QBO ProAdvisor account. But here's what you need to know. So so QuickBooks Online uses FIFO to keep track of the value of the inventory. Okay, FIFO means first in, first out. So when I bought it, how much did I pay for it? Okay, when I bought that thing, how much did I pay for it? Well, you're going to have what we call FIFO layers. So when I bought this batch, they were $10 each. And when I bought this batch, they were $15 each. And when they were this batch, they were $9 each, right? So, so QBO keeps track of all of that. And so you need to know, well, this thing that I just donated, how much did I buy that for? And luckily, QBO keeps track of that. And you can tell how much that is by looking at the transaction journal report. So that's what we're doing here. So we're going to go back to our sales receipt and we're going to click more and select transaction journal. All right. And then, whoop, what happened? All right, good times with the sample company. All right, so here you can see that the cost of goods sold for the rock fountain was $125. And for the pump, the cost was $10. Okay, so $135, that's $125 and plus 10. That's how much we donated to Amy. Okay, so that's what we need to keep track of. All right. So that's what I just covered. We'll need to remember this for the next step. All right, steps 10 through 12. Okay, now what we're going to have to do is we're going to create a journal entry to record the value of the donation to a charitable donations expense account. Okay, we'll have to set that up account, but we'll do that right in the journal entry. So let's go ahead and start that. So I've got let's do accountant tools, journal entries. Okay, so I'm going to have to create a charitable donations account. So I hit plus new journal entry in the account field. I'm hitting plus add new. I'm creating an expense account and I'm calling it charitable donations. Okay, so in the journal entry right here, plus new. And it is going to be I forgot already. Oh my gosh, my brain. Expense account. Duh. What is going on with me? Too much payroll course on the brain, guys. It's an expense account. Duh. All right, expense account. And there it is, charitable contributions. Okay, so we're going to save and close. All right, and how much did I say it was? $135. But let's go, before I do that, I always tend to get ahead of myself in these things. So let's go ahead and go to our steps. Okay, so now we will move the value of the inventory. Remember, we said that was $135 into the expense account. That means there's more expense, going to be more expense. So it's a debit. And then we're going to move it into the expense account from COGS. That's COGS is that cost of goods sold. And because it's less cost, that's going to be a credit to the COGS. Okay, so let's go through this. So step 13, in the debit field of the journal entry, we're going to put $135. Okay, and we're going to say, what did I say? Fundraiser donation. And that was for Amy. Okay, now, you know, with the journal entry, you always have to have the balance. We're going to have to have $135 credited, and we already said that was going to be the cost of goods sold. Okay, so there's less cost, so it's going to be credited cost of goods sold. The description automatically popped in. I'm putting Amy's Bird Sanctuary here, but I don't know that I need to. All right, and that's it. Okay, so now the donation has been recorded. I can hit save and close. And then what I had recommended in the exercise and then what they did in the ProAdvisor challenge was to check out a profit and loss report so you could actually see that the charitable contribution is there. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go back here. We're going to go back to the reports, profit and loss. And you'll see right here, our charitable contribution is $135. All right. So that is the ProAdvisor challenge inside your ProAdvisor training account. Now, in our advanced course last year, we had a nearly identical exercise. So let's do this exercise. And we'll see how it's almost identical doing the same thing. Okay, so we can just practice it again. So in this exercise, we have our scenario very similar. Craig has decided to donate a rock fountain to Duke's basketball camp. What's with everybody wanting a rock fountain? Anyway, so Duke's basketball camp's getting a rock fountain. Maybe they're going to auction it off. I don't know. So how would you record this? Okay, well, the first thing, oh, I forgot to show you how to use the clearing account. Well, we can do that for this one. All right, so we're going to create a $0 sales receipt indicating the sale of one rock fountain to Duke's basketball camp. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go again, a sales receipt, Duke's basketball camp. And this was supposed to deposit to our clearing account. I should have done that in the last exercise. I skipped a step. All right, and then the product or service is going to be that rock fountain. We just did this in the last exercise, so we're going to make that a $0 payment. And then what are we going to do? We're not going to click save and close. We are going to just click save so that we can see how much it cost when we bought it, which I'm going to bet some money it's the exact same as from the last exercise, but we'll see. So we hit the transaction journal and cost of goods sold. Dang, I don't know why it's doing that. All right, cost of goods sold is $125. So that is how much we donated to Duke's basketball camp. So how are we going to record that we donated? Well, we need to take it off. We didn't sell that, so we need to take it out of the cost of goods sold and move it into our charitable donations. So the only way to do that is from a journal entry. So we're going to go to accountant tools, journal entry. And then we are going to, we've already set up that charitable donations account. I'm getting ahead of my exercise. I tend to do that, guys. So let me see. Steps 2 and 4. Okay, we hit the black save button. We checked out how much the cost of goods sold was, $125. All right, let's go to steps 5 through 9. Okay, so now we're doing a cost of goods sold. In this exercise, I did the credit first and then the debit. I'm not an accountant, guys, and so I tend to do things that make logical sense versus things that the way that you're supposed to do it in the accounting world. And so that's why I set it up this way. But I'm pretty sure, and those of you who are on live can chime in, I'm pretty sure in accounting stuff, you're always supposed to do the debit first in a journal entry. But anyway, so we had a credit of cost of goods sold, $125. And then we are debiting the donations expense. We had already created that for Duke's basketball camp. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's see, should I do it the correct way? Charitable contributions here. And that is a debit, $125. Duke's donation. I can't remember what I put in the actual exercise, but here we go. Duke's basketball camp. And then that comes out of cost of goods sold, which automatically gets credited. And there we go for Duke's basketball camp. Okay. Save and close. And in the exercise from our course last year, I didn't have a show us the profit and loss and show it there, but I promise you it is there. So that is it, guys. I need to apologize again that I did the wrong exercise. I created the wrong exercise from the one that you guys voted on, but I'm going to be finished with that payroll course today, and I will no longer have payroll brain, and I'm going to be focusing next week and moving forward for the next several weeks. We'll all be focused on those advanced exercises. So we'll be posting a new survey. The first exercise I'm going to do for you guys is the one that you actually voted on, which is the other adjusting inventory exercise. We're going to do that one first, I promise. And then any of the others that you voted on this coming week. And we'll see you next Friday in our live stream. Remember, if you want to join us live, then join our QBO Gym Locker Room. You can vote on the exercises, make suggestions, join us live, and then hop on over. We'll do that. And I can't wait to see you guys. If you have any questions, I don't see any popping up, but it's been great. Delighted to have you here. And I will see you next week.